Sadiq Khan is a complete idiot.
Playing to the so-called ISIS and Daesh narrative that Western liberal values are incompatible with Islam is ignorant.
Which values are you talking about? Female genital mutilation, honour killings, stoning female rape victims, forced child marriage. The majority of Muslims in the UK thinking homosexuality should be criminalised. Those values, the values espoused by the Islamist you shared a stage with 2 days after the London Bridge attack, the guy who advocates an ISIS-style caliphate. Maybe you're talking about the values embraced by the 9/11 al-Qaeda terrorist who you defended. Or the values of your boy Youssef al-Qaradawi, an extremist who applauded suicide bombings. Or the values of moderate Muslims who you described as Uncle Toms.
You can't just speak to Uncle Tom's.
Or the values of numerous people you shared a stage with who had direct ties to Hamas, Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, ISIS and the Muslim Brotherhood. Or the Nation of Islam founder you defended after he described Jews as bloodsuckers and called Hitler a very great man. You screamed bloody murder when Farrakhan got banned from the UK. Yet you want to ban Donald Trump's state visit simply because he called you out on your bullshit. We're letting jihadists who go to Syria to fight for ISIS back into the country, and yet you want to stop the President of the United States when your values include making terrorism part and parcel of living in a major city. Those aren't values I'm willing to tolerate. What solutions has Khan offered to stop terrorism? Nothing. He's out today complaining about Islamophobia again. There were 14 more racist incidents recorded yesterday than the average. What? Mean tweets? Who cares? People are having their throats cut open, kids are having their limbs blown apart, and you're more concerned about mean tweets. 3 attacks in 3 months, and they've arrested more hate criminals than actual terrorists. How many of those arrested are Muslim hate preachers who radicalise terrorists? None. We've got hundreds of ex-ISIS fighters roaming the streets, which you complain you don't have the resources to track. Oh, but you're ruthlessly competent when it comes to finding people who cause offence on social media. The Met Police says they don't have the budget to monitor these terrorists, yet they have plenty of time and energy to lecture us all about hate crime on Twitter. This cretin was on a TV documentary called The Jihadis Next Door, unfurling an ISIS flag. This one told police he was going to be a terrorist. This one's still at large.
The black flag of Islam will one day fly high over 10 Downing Street.
And where were you? Oh, I'm sorry, you must have been too busy checking for Islamophobic opinions on social fucking media. A woman was stabbed today by 3 Muslims screaming about Allah and quoting Quran verses. Was that a hate crime? So 3 Muslims stabbing someone while shouting about Allah and the Quran. And what was the Met's response? Not terror related. But it really is unfair to accuse the left of being soft on terrorism. I mean, they reported this 15-year-old UKIP supporter to the government as a terrorist because he handed out leaflets and made a joke about Caitlyn Jenner, a teenage UKIP activist. Yep. He must be the real threat, right? Sadiq Islamist Khan isn't going to do anything. Theresa Sharia law is Great May isn't going to do anything. Jeremy IRA Hamas-loving Corbyn isn't going to do anything. It pains me to say it, but the UK is a fucking joke. London is a fucking joke. It's full of politically correct twats who would rather be killed by terrorists than be called a racist. And that's why nothing is going to change. The attacks are just going to keep happening over and over again. What could be more triggering to libtards than my face and this slogan? Get your new premium quality "Conservatism is the new counterculture" t-shirt right now at InfoWarsStore.com and let the butthurt commence.